Okay, is this on record? Nice. So let's talk about today's trading session. So this is yesterday's market. Our hidden A plus, not hidden, but I can't see it. And let me just show myself the cost of not looking through the market proper enough. This is yesterday's level. So I also talked about why I would have taken this entry and this entry as well. So today I got a bit of clarity that why this entry is not as good as this entry, because there are two reasons. First, this entry, if we just look over it, it doesn't even meet our entry criteria. It's not even a shooting star candle. Also, this is not even an engulfing candle. So none of our criteria matched, and this is a FOMO entry. If we just name this entry, because to be fair, I would have traded this entry, but right now that I have missed it, I can see it very clearly. So this entry, whereas this entry, you can see it very clearly. This single candle engulfed you know, every single candle around like four. It engulfed four candles only at one candle. So this is a valid entry, valid entry. So stop loss above this zone. This is legitimate, and this is A plus. And let me just show you. Yesterday I talked about how my legitimate target would have been this one. And yesterday when I was making the video, market didn't come to my level. But if we zoom out a bit, just change it to 5 minutes. If we zoom out a bit, holy shit, holy fucking hell, holy fucking hell, holy fucking oh shit, man, holy fucking hell, holy fucking hell. To our demand zone, okay? Our final TP must have been this one. And I've marked this demand zone way before. Last week, Thursday. Holy shit. 7,000 points. 700 pips. With a stop loss of 36 pips. Not even 36. I'm just stretching it out a bit, to show this RR. But legitimate would have been, 30 pips. Legitimate. Or even maybe 32 pips. Legitimate. But just for this, representation, I'm putting a little above. Holy fuck. 700 pips missed. Anyways, no FOMO on this one. I mean, even if we get FOMO, even if we regret, still we can't enter on, on this trade now, right? So, and by the way, I don't regret ever on any of my trades. So this A plus played out very well. Power of A plus, man. Now let's talk about today. Today, yeah, this is today's market, okay? So I put on a one trade today. I was planning to put on another, but it didn't play it out. I mean, I didn't play it out. So I've written down every single points about today's session. So I'll talk about it one by one. So the yesterday's missing trade, I've already told it. I've already kept it. And also, journaling is still left for today. So I'll do it now on this video itself. So let's talk about today's levels. Clearly, I mean, I know this is very clustered and very not artistic, because there's a saying that profitable traders charts are very clean and very clear, and mine are just dirty. But I don't consider this as dirty because it tells me every single zone, every single level tells me something about price action. I mean, not the price action, but the market itself, the structure. So today's market, it was clearly on downtrend. Okay, clearly on downtrend. So I marked 5 minute TGL levels. Okay, one, two, and here this is three. Okay, so two levels come out. 5 minute TGL, this level which didn't play it out here, didn't play out, yeah, as you can see, because what I thought was that price after hitting this might push down further, but it didn't play out like that. So let me just erase this. Yeah. So two levels, 5 teacher level. This is our A plus level. I took a trade on A plus level. First level didn't play out, so I'll just delete this one for that the time being. And for this 15 minutes, I'll come to it. I'll come to it one by one. Now, the second for the A plus level, I did execute a trade, not directly, not here, not here, not here, not here, but somewhere later on. Because let me be honest, I woke up late today. Uh, that is why all these entries I'm literally I'm safe, kind of. So the first trade would have been this one. Not this one. This one would have been a FOMO entry. Like I said, this is not a. I mean, we can't term this one as an engulfing candle because it can't even break this previous candle's low. So this would be a not a good entry. So this one, very good shooting star, would stake out the previous candle's liquidity also. This one would have been a very good trade with 20 pips stop loss, and target would have been this low, or let's see the buying levels, because for putting TP we have to look for buying levels because we are putting on a trade on sell on short side, so we'll look for any buy levels if there are any to put our TP on there because market surely reacts on that. So here this would be, let me go to 5 minute yesterday. No, this one is not my trade. This one is not my trade, but still for showcase purposes. So there's not a single one. So my final TP would have been this one, or realistically this level. But anyways, I didn't take this first step in. Instead, I took later on good confirmation on this shooting star. Okay, because I was looking at 5 minute chart, and if you also look at a 5 minute chart, you can clearly see price really tapped into this level, made a big, engulfing kind of candle, but this is very big, way big, so I can't enter on this one. So I waited for the market to, retest this zone like once again, and it did. It made a, this candle, but I was not confident on this one. But again, market pushed higher. I was waiting, pushed higher, and gave my desired candle. This is kind of a doji, but I think this is a good candle. So on second candle, I kind of entered here in between, and then market, gave pretty decent amount, 40 pips. One is a free trade with, not a big amount to risk because I was putting my stop loss just above the zone. So this was legitimate. This was my final TP here. I'm not expecting much on this one. I mean, I was expecting, until my previous, level. If you can recall, this was my 5 minute TGL one. So I was expecting till here, but market was, very sideways. So I thought, okay, I'll exit on here, somewhere around here. But still, market gave pretty much. And today, I didn't make that mistake that I did yesterday of not taking risk free. I did today on 1:1. I exited half of my quantity. So this trade, I exited at break even, totally break even on also on a little profit, but I don't count that as profit. That is totally break even. But here, market gave an unexpected bullish momentum. Literally unexpected bullish momentum. I was totally not expecting this one. Totally not. I mean, around 80 pips, 85 pips, unexpected momentum. And then again, it fell down uh, around 100 pips, 120 pips. Man, I mean, there was some kind of news maybe This is not usual price action. Like you can see this price is very ranging, but in 5 minutes, price gave a very big surge. This was not expected. So I took my SL here. This trade was break even trade. A very good setup. I was safe. I took on proper setup strategy. And then I thought to enter on this candle, this big candle, but it didn't match my criteria. So I really helped myself for this one. But anyways, I'm glad that I helped myself because winning by accident is far worse than losing by confidence. I don't know what the fuck did I just say, but I think it kind of makes made sense. So as you can see, market tested my our A plus level significant amount of times. Significant amount, like here, a lot of times. And we know that if market plays out one level, one or max to max 2 to 3 times, max to max 2 to 3 times, that zone becomes invalid for me. So I didn't play it out on this one, this engulfing candle, and I just waited patiently for another setup to form. Where's price? Okay, this price gave unexpected move here, so I was just waiting the price to settle down. So okay, anyways, now coming to the next, I came to the 15-minute charts, and then wait a second, one important thing. When price gave this unexpected big bullish momentum, no, my mind kind of thought because I'm processed in that way that why did price surge up? I went too far into the technicals. This is one of my flaws that I want to know the reason behind anything. I mean everything. So let me just put this on side for a second. I kind of interpreted this wrong. Where is it? This wrong high CH1. I interpreted this as the confirmed high by looking at this candle because my mind couldn't even see that this second candle didn't even close below its previous candle's low. But this move totally blinded me, and I couldn't even see this isn't a proper two candle retracement. So and then I marked the confirmed low two, and then this will be the three. Then I marked my zones. Where is it? Yeah, and then I marked my zones here. Level of one should be a buying zone. Okay, for a TJL, this will be the A plus. I literally I did this. Okay, TJL one, and I thought, wow, wow, market really tapped into this zone. And even if I took a trade on this one, this white candle, and put a 20 pip stop loss, a little below the zone, it gave a significant, a good momentum. And then again, actually, then I was waiting for my A plus level, this A plus level, misinterpreted A plus level. So I thought to put an entry here with a stop loss of 25 pips maybe, and then target the highs. But for some reason I didn't. Okay, for some reason I didn't. I didn't get that kind of confidence here. And then after a bit more time, I got the clarity that fuck, I was right. This is not a valid level. This is not a valid two candle retracement. I was blinded because of this impulsive move that I couldn't even see. This isn't the two candle retracement we look for in structural market. So this is somewhere around here. Yeah. Okay. And then I waited for 15 minutes. I looked for 15 minutes some TJL levels to play out. I marked this big one, TJL one, and this will be the TJL two. You know, what I said, this will be a TJL two. I won't draw it because it'll become too messy. So I mark one, two, and three, and this will be the one level. And if I look at it, this 15-minute level really did play out very well. I was waiting for this one. But then again, I went to my mentor's live session where he holds private lessons. So on that live, I found out that he told that this zone or this level is way too big, 70 pips. So we shouldn't trade this one. And instead, he told me to play out this 15-minute TGL because this is also valid TGL. You can look at it. Took a retracement, one, and then it gave a closing on here. So this low is confirmed. So highest point is 2. So this will be the TJL setup. This is also valid. So we were waiting for this level to play out. But price rejected from here. There was a reason. There was a reason. This also, if you can delete this one, because this also, let me delete all this. This also is a 1 hour TJL. Wait a second. Look, this market is green, and this is the level 2. Wait a second, I need to really take this one. Hello. 75. Hello? 75. Hmm. Oh, oh. Oh. Hmm. I'm sorry, I really had to take that one. So, anyways, where was I? Yeah, this 1 hour TJ level, right? So it really tapped into TJ level 1, and and this was also a valid 15-minute TJ level. Okay, and I was waiting for this one, but due to mixed views, I didn't play it out this one. So also one thing before playing out this level, I also want to say one thing which I was waiting for, and still I couldn't execute it. Okay, I'll come back to this 1 hour level, but let us see something great. I already marked this demand zone way back Thursday last week, and this is valid. Okay, this is valid. Last time the price didn't hit the demand zone, so it gave kind of an inducement here. So that adds as one of the confirmations that this demand zone is kind of valid. And secondly, when price tapped into our demand zone, I was there at the market. Okay, I was there. I was just observing because yesterday we did a big mistake by not even observing, not even sitting down and I mean on our trading session times. So today I was sitting down on the entire London session. I mean I woke up late around 12 p.m. and then I was on the market from 12:30 onwards. But still, I was there. I can see all the setups. I can see this demand zone coming to play. So what I missed is that price first. Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, price first. Kind of tapped in here. Okay, kind of tapped in, but then again it gave a ranging. So I thought to not trade on this engulfing candle, and I thought that this is a big demand zone of what like a major time frame demand zone. So we will trade on more confirmation. So I waited for any other significant confirmations like 1 minute change of character or 5 waves or 5 minute good candle. So what I saw was there was a very big good 5 minute engulfing candle, but I was not sure on this one. But even if I would have taken this trade, because my mentor told me not to trade demand and supply zones directly to have some kind of confirmations, and this level played out very well. but the stop loss is very big, very big. That's why I missed this one, missed this 5 minute engulfing candle. But instead, what I was waiting for is price to form any kind of other. So I was observing that, like, I was hoping for market to give me some kind of other confirmations, and it did. You can see a valid 5 waves change of character. See, this is a valid two kind of retracement. So this is its highest point, so level of one, and it gave a breaking here. So the lowest point until this point and this point is level of two. Then again, here is two kind of retracement. So this is the highest level, I mean the highest point, and gave breaking here. So the lowest point is this candle, and here it gave it another two kind of retracement. So this is its highest point 5. Okay, so these are the two levels that comes out to play. Our normal level and the level of 4, which is the A plus. Okay, you can clearly see it, but let me just we'll go there. So market tried to push on this level, but I was not confident enough, and it didn't even close above the previous candles high. And then again it tried, and again it tried, but I was not confident enough on this one. It gave 40, 50, I mean 45 pips, but I was not really that confident because I made sure to trade on A plus on this one. But once market tapped in, I didn't even see the market because, to be honest, I was watching some kind of videos on why, I mean, the effects of sleeping, like how to sleep better because I'm suffering from, we don't say insomnia, but I can't sleep lately. I can't sleep well. So I was really like distracted by that video, and I was just, you know, not in a good physical state because this is in the late evenings, okay, and 17, like around 5, 5:22 p.m. I was just watching the video that it was a podcast, okay. I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't even put any kind of what do you call it, alert here. My only alert was this 15 minute, this 15-minute one because I marked this zone, okay. So I missed this trade, man. Again, 100 pips missed because of my unprofessionalism, because of my lack of, you know, sitting on this chair in front of my setup. So I missed this one. And then when I come back, what I just see is I missed my level. This is a valid setup, man. 20 pip stop loss. Even if I trade on tap in because this is A plus, 20 pip stop loss. And then this selling area, TP at this selling area. So around here, 100 pips. 100 pips missed. So today, once again, due to my execution problem, my fucking execution problem, I missed one good fucking trade. Man, I have to do something to fix this, man. I have to do something, man. The only one thing that I'm lacking is on execution. I can see the market very clearly. I know how market reacts to certain levels or certain zones, but still I can't even execute due to wild ass reasons. And I'm super pissed on myself because this trade isn't supposed to be a missed trade. I'm not regretting, but I'm angry on myself. I don't care market gave me a loss or a win on this one, but I really marked these levels, but I didn't put an alert. I marked these levels. I I analyzed that I don't want to trade on this engulfing candle, but wait for another 5 waves confirmation, and it did. And then again, I went to watch this fucking video because my body was not in the good mood. Yeah, it all makes sense, man. Sleeping early, waking up early, kickstarting the day with caffeine and good energy with a little bit of workout. Everything matters. Everything matters. Every decision matters, man. I woke up late today, and even if I woke up late, I took this valid trade on my valid setup. Even if it gave a loss, I'm 100% happy that I took this trade on my valid setup. But this one, I wouldn't even you know, have regret on myself. It's not kind of a regret, but I'm angry on myself. I wouldn't even have been angry if I haven't drawn these two levels or I haven't waited for my five waves to form. But I did. I marked my levels. I chose not to trade on this one. I waited for my five waves to form, and yet I didn't execute on this fucking level. This is something I need to work on. I mean, I'm really trying, man. I'm really trying. But then again, the universe rewards triers and doers, not regretters who only sits and regrets. So I never regret, but now I'll take certain steps to not miss these kind of setups. And today I'll journal my trade, so I will do that at last. But we need to cover up our 1 hour level before that. And then again, it did tap into a level, but once market taps into one level once and gives us a successful trade, I don't trade that level. I mean, one more time. So I don't care about this trade or any trade from this level. But I miss this good trade now. And then again, after missing, looked out for 5 minute waves to form, but it never did. Or I also waited for, my main 15-minute level, which was right here. Anyways, let's come back to our 1 hour level. So what I was saying was that this was my 1 hour TJL setup, okay, for selling. And yesterday we talked about bias for the entire week. I mean, not entire week, but bias for these trading sessions. It is totally bearish because higher time frames are signaling the price will go even more, down. So I would have, put a good amount of money here. But still, I missed this one. No problem. I don't have any regret. I never do. But I'm not even angry on myself that I missed this one because my mentor told me one thing: do not trade this big level, to trade on smaller levels because we can't afford, a very big stop loss or a very big confirmation. We have to wait for a significant amount of time for that confirmation. So, anyways, how come this level play out? You can see clearly. If we put the last one tree in the market on 15-minute time frame, this is a relative kind of retracement. So this will be one confirm low one. It broke here, so this will be confirm high two. So this big zone comes out to play, right? This candle's 1% body and the entire week. And then price tapped in and gave a sure fall to our demand zone. I wouldn't expect a very big fall, but still market is bearish, so it might go down this demand zone as well. Oh, okay. So once price tapped into this 1 hour level, because this also is in 1 hour level, okay. Two candle retracement, as you can see, this entire wick and 1% body, and this is the level of two. They are A plus, but TGL one came to play. And if you go to lower time frame for confirmation, for 15 minutes we play on 1 minute proper candle, right? So as you can see, this is my perfect setup. Even if market tapped in here and gave a very big engulfing candle, I wouldn't have traded this one because it just barely touched my level. I mean, my zone, just barely by one, not even one pip, half a pip. So yet still, it gave a very good momentum, around 50 pips, I mean 60 pips. But still, stop loss would have been very big, high, very big. I mean, very high. So I would have traded this one. But this one was a good man. This one was a good trade. A good trade. This one was a good trade. Shooting star candle on my zone. Market tried to test this zone multiple times. and now it has been just falling and falling. And note, this was 1 hour TGL level, so we have to respect it, right? If I place a position here, and don't mind, okay, and I'm not, regretting, or I'm not, just like hitting a FOMO that if I would have traded here, if I would, I just see for myself that what were possible today, okay? So it gave, 160 pips, good momentum, very good momentum, and it gave one more, I mean, 200 pips, more than 200, 230 pips, very good momentum. But since we didn't take this trade, I wouldn't consider this one. Now, some people were even saying, let me just put to 15 minutes. Some people were even saying that if we use my fib retracement, I also learned today how to use fib. Okay, so if you see a very, very big impulse movement or impulsive wave where there are consistently red candles or consistent 1 to 4, like 3 to 4, 4 to 5 red candles or green candles at once, then you just draw your fib from the starting red candle to the, to the last impulsive red candle, and then you can trade. You can see price reverse from the golden zone itself. I mean, this is a legit retracement, but this fib is used only for confirmation. Okay, we don't trade fib, fib retracement only. And even if I traded this one, how will I trade? I mean, I would have entered here, stop loss around this level, 70 pips stop loss. I can't afford, man. And yeah, maybe. So this is not a valid trade from my perspective. I use fib just to just to have confirmations on my trade. So 1 hour level explained why I didn't take this one, because my mentor told me to wait for 15 minutes. This 15-minute zone. I'll just mark it. This one. Okay. This is a selling level, so I marked this as red. Okay. I was waiting for this level. Even I have put my alert, but it never did play out. So instead, 1 hour level played out very well. I should have traded, but I should have traded my 1 hour level, but I had to listen to my mentor. Okay, so no regrets on that side. I missed this trade. That is my bad completely. I note it down on my journal. Today's trading session was very good. I took only one trade. That didn't break it. That is also like break even. So we didn't lost today, but we lost 100 pips today. So I don't regret, but I'm feeling very angry on myself that even I did mark my zones, my levels, and I didn't execute here. So fuck you, Precon. Not Precon, but fuck you, Rusty. Precon is very angry, man. Precon is very angry. So I'll just need to journal my trade today. Okay, which was my trade. Let me just mark my zones. Okay, I'm going to TCL A plus. I'll just hide this one for the time being. And also highlight. Okay, let it be, let it be. Okay, just put this level here, and for a proper entry, just 1 minute. Look at the exact candle where I entered. This was the candle. Okay, and then put the RR, and also I also screenshot my missed trade. This was the one. Yeah, this was the one. Just widen the screen for a second. I also put here the 1 hour DJ level, just to mark my destination of the street. One hour DJ. Shit like this happens, but if it happens on a continuous basis, something is wrong. And this is definitely wrong with me. So I really need to fix this. And I will fix it. This is a promise from myself. I will fucking fix this. Okay, one, two, three, four, and five. I'll just write this one, okay? 1 hour, 2 hour, TJL 11, TJL 1, this is TJL 1. Ah, shit. Will be good. Wait. I like this one. Like this. Sorry, this A plus straight. Yes. Why? Okay. For today. And also, I figured it out how to, put multiple, entries. I mean, how to select multiple options. Today I traded on, how's the trade? It was the trade that I took, it was good, but my session was completely, my mood is completely off from missing this trade. Setup, it was my TJL setup, no change of character. Time frame, this is, I firstly it was a 5-minute time frame and 1 minute entry. And the second it was a 1 hour missed trade. So I'll just put it like that. Wait. That was a demand zone, 4 hour demand zone missed trade. So, okay. This spot image for first trade was very good. Nothing to lose there. I'll just put like this. Okay, we can put only one at a time. Yeah, this was the level. Yeah, alignment to the left. And then again, image, upload file. I mean, this is the boring part. But still, the boring part will definitely pay than the most interesting part, which is, putting orders. Putting orders is not a big thing, man. Executing the trades properly is definitely the main thing. So, okay, okay. Now let's just write fine. Wait, DJL 8 plus level. 8 plus level. Enter on proper candle entry. Proper candle as well defined. I mean, it gave 1 3. Wait. %, at 1:1. So we 1:3. Then reversed. So my mistake. I directly well, switch. And delusion. Delusion. What? Delusion? What's the spelling of delusion, man? Fuck it. Fixed it. Now, what was the second mistake? Okay, this trade was very good. This trade was it. Was a good one. Divider. Okay. Execution problem. And was, you know, this is totally on me. So, fine. Shit happens. Uh, that being said, I really tried yesterday to sleep early, and I did. It was at one a.m., but still, it's early for me. So, but I I was awake the entire night play. I couldn't even, sleep properly. I can't get into a deep sleep state. I was awake the entire time. This is a problem. I mean, how can I fix this problem? My mind, just can't sleep. I literally can't sleep. Every thought, like every thought about, money, all this. I mean, I literally can't sleep broke, man, and that is affecting me. I know that is, really affecting me to the core. This is very bad. Man. This is very bad. Shit, man. Okay, so this is my analysis. I traded 4 days, and 3 days were good. You can see I have a chart. So these are the good days, and this is the bad day. And for the bad day, it was, you know, the first day that I traded on this strategy. It was very bad. I broke my rules, entire rules, everything, and then the next 3 days were really good. So wait. I mean, here, how is this good? This is basically today's trade. So today was absolutely a good one. And then wait. Okay, yeah. So how is this good? Oh, this is the very first day that I traded. I mean, at that time, I I was an total noob, an amateur. But still, I knew my setup and I know when to execute it. So, and I know when to exit. So this was a very good trade. I'm proud of myself. I waited for confirmation and I did everything on my power, to make this trade very good. And this one, even though I took an SL, it still was a good trade. And then the second one was not good, but I was following my mentor, so I did, I, I didn't count this trade. But still, I was unprofessional here. Not here, not this one here. I was unprofessional here, so I still, you know, highlighted this all. This is my analysis, and that's basically it for today. I won't trade anymore. Now, hey, what's this? How to reset my chart? Or is it already reset? Okay, so I won't trade anymore. I'll delete this 1 hour level. It was just for illustrative purposes, and I'll just put my 15-minute level because I'm planning to execute one trade there because me and my mentor were really waiting for this level to play out. But this is not a 5 minute, this is a 15-minute teacher, and this is a selling level, so red one. And also, I want to talk about one more thing that today we discussed yesterday's missed trade, and then I talked about today's 5 minute levels, and then I talked about my misinterpreted levels by observing this, bullish momentum. I went to look for, hidden traces in the market that why this move came suddenly, and I got really blinded by this fact. So that was my mistake. And then we talked about our 15-minute levels, our 1 hour levels, and we learned about how to, you know, use the fib retracement tool. And then I talked about my missed entry here. I waited for, almost 5 days, almost a week for this demand zone to play out. I should have entered here, man. And you can see it's giving, gaining momentum right now, but still, this is not a valid trade. This is not a valid trade. I won't trade on this one because I already missed this one, my main trade. So, that is it for today. And also, I was just reviewing my old videos, I mean my past videos, and I was talking about one level. I'll just show you this 15-minute level. Okay, we discussed about this level. I'll just draw it out. This level, 15 DJL. Right? Why didn't sync out this level? Come on, bro. Network problem. And then this level. Okay, let's just assume these are 15-minute bullish level. Okay, so I told in one of my past videos that I will execute on this level a buying order because this is clearly a bullish momentum, right? So I told that I'll execute a buying order, but nah, market failed, failed this level, so it became invalid. And if you clearly see when market broke this level, okay, market broke this level, this is a confirmed low too, okay, because this is a confirmed high, okay, this is a confirmed high one, and this it broke on this gap up. This will be the level of 3 as mentioned here, okay, the 1035. And here market gave my change of character. So there are three levels. This is the one. This buying level now got converted into selling. This TJ level. Okay, it was previously a TJ level, but right now the market gave change of character, and now this is the selling level. And then this is our selling level. Okay, right now 15 minutes, and then our double top. So price already much. It gave a very big bearish impulse, and then again it respected this level of ours today. Okay, man, power of our setup really really works. I just realized, okay, this level that it gave a change of character. Okay, let me just mark that for you. This confirmed low now is change of character. So this is a selling level now, and market tapped into the level once. Let us just observe, okay, like review. Okay, this is a change of character here. Change of character on this candle. So while tapping here on the very first candle, it gave momentum on like 50 pips. And once again, when it did tap here, it gave a momentum of 60 pips. Okay, and then it tapped in multiple times, as you can see. This is a valid, kind of resistance. Multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, where we took our trade, and 14, where this high really swept out all this liquidity and finally gave this big fall that we were anticipating, man. It's just our execution had a little flaw. That is not our problem. That is not even the market's problem. That is nobody's problem. So shit like this happens, but still, it played out beautifully. Our level played out beautifully. That's why I'm happy. So I'll delete. I'll just let this one stay. I just want to see how price reacts with A plus. I'll increase the text here, text size. You know, so but as you know, we did our top-down analysis, the multi-time frame analysis, and it was clearly bearish. So price, if we want to trade this level, price have to go significantly. It has to travel much more distance, 500 pips, 5,000 points for this level to activate. And tomorrow is FOMC news, Wednesday. So I'm waiting for, a very good trade because I trade news, man. It's the one single time where I get the chance to, uplift my account or grow my account. At least, even if it's a, very small amount of number of profits, but I still do get to manage. So for FOMC, I'm looking, for bearish trade because from a multi-time frame analysis, market is clearly bearish now, and it it might be bullish, but no, I don't have a chance like totally. All these lows liquidity has to be taken. You know, this one here as well. If you see hourly, all these lows liquidity has to be taken. So that is why I'm looking for bearish trade. I'm really, pissed at myself that I missed this trade, man. Anyways, let's move on from this one. All we can do is to move on from this one. We discussed our we discussed everything. We did journal for today. And what's left for today? Nothing. I'll probably have my dinner now. It's 8:41 p.m. I'll plan out my day for tomorrow. Maybe I have a couple of meetings for discussing about a new project. And then today I'll try to sleep. So, okay, I'll see you on the next one.